Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo. We would like to take a moment to remind you to please turn off your cell phones and all recording devices. And if you have a chance, please fill out one of our feedback surveys available from a volunteer on your exit. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy your panel at the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo.
All right, guys, remember, when we go out there, we got to act like we're really friends and we like each other.
I hate doing that on a panel with you guys. Are you actually going to, say something intelligent, AJ?
Oh, thank you very much, Teddy. Thank you.
Morgan, what are you going to say? What are you going to
I'm just gonna tell everybody that I've actually really liked, being here for a full year, even though you guys are awful.
Are you going to tell everyone that you're from Calgary again? Because you're not from Calgary. You lived here for like a year.
I'm from Edmonton, but I figure nobody's going to Google it. So if I just say, I'll just say I'm from Calgary.
Hey, maybe if we walk out hugging each other or something, it would be
I'm
more.
not touching.
No, I'm not touching
I'm not
Teddy.
touching
No,
either.
Whoa, guys! If I have to touch you guys, and you have to touch each other.
Anyway.
They're getting impatient out there. We should probably do some sort of introduction
Yeah,
thing.
let's do so. Well, I'll introduce you. I'll say nice things about you.
Why
So
do
I'll
you
lie.
have to introduce
I don't know if I
us?
trust you on that one, man.
Well, guys, come on. I'm going to do it the best.
Fine.
Okay,
All
right,
come
fine.
All right, let's do this. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I know.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Innerspace panel. Please welcome the man of logic, easily the smartest of the three of us. You know him, you love him, Mr. AJ Fry! Of mediocre looks, too. Please welcome truly the brains and beauty of the operation, the newest addition to the Innerspace team. You know her and you love her, Morgan Hoffman. And last but in no way least, a true Canadian hero, your favorite member of the Innerspace team. He's a dreamboat. He's 10 feet tall in his own mind, Mr. Teddy Wilson. Hey, guys.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, it's so good to be here. The three of us love each other. We were just chatting backstage about how much we really love spending time together. Yeah.
It's just such a pleasure for me to be a part of this team, and I couldn't pick better co-hosts than these two.
Oh.
Thanks,
How about
Morgan.
that bid, eh? That was AJ's idea.
It
before
was
we-
AJ's idea
Yeah.
right before we came out.
How's it going? People came.
We're
Yeah!
so excited. You have no idea. We're like, I hope people are here.
This is awesome. How's
We've
your
exceeded
Calgary
our
Expo
expectations.
going?
Yeah.
Good so far? How many people, is it their first year here at the Calgary Expo? First
All
year? You digging
right.
it? Yeah? You digging it? And the
Calgary
rest
Expo
of you have
new-
been here before? Woo!
Sweet.
Well, I first came here. I think I was the first member of the Innerspace team to come. We came about 4 years ago, just myself and our camera guy, Andy, and we covered the convention, but I came back to Toronto, and I'm like, we should, go there, all of us, because it's a really, really cool expo. It made a real impression, and then we've been here the last 3 years running, and your first year, so it's so cool. And you guys are always so welcoming, and it's such a well-organized expo is nice, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't even done a full year of going to different conventions, but I'm not lying when I say this. I'm going to say it on the show when I get back to Toronto. This has been my absolute favorite expo convention ever. You guys
I just
are
heard you
the
say that
best.
2 weeks ago at Toronto Comic Con.
No, okay,
That's
because I enjoyed it a little bit more than Fan Expo.
Oh, I
felt
see.
better, and now this just ups the ante, you little.
Yeah. Why don't I have a thingy on? Why do you guys? Did you take my
Because-
thingy off the mic?
No.
Because we're better.
Did you take it off the mic?
I think they might only have two.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's it.
How are you doing? How's your
I'm
con,
great. I'm doing
buddy?
good. Yeah, I've been here since Thursday. Did a whole lot of interviews with the big celebs on Thursday morning. Was there at the beginning of the parade. Was anyone else at the parade? That was awesome. And I got to say, the cosplay here in Calgary is actually the best I have ever seen at any convention.
I heard you say that at Toronto Comic Con.
Okay, second time's not
you know-
funny anymore.
There was actually not that much at Toronto Comic Con, thinking back on it. And
No,
there was
there's a
some,
lot of
but,
cosplay here.
Yeah, usually Fan Expo in August is pretty strong, but yeah, Calgary has been fantastic this year.
You know what's been fantastic lately is your light blue jacket. I really like it. You can pull that off.
Totally. Sometimes you look like a unicorn. Other times you look like cotton candy.
I like it.
Yeah.
You look like a youth pastor a little bit.
Yeah. I had a purple bow tie that I lost somewhere along the way, but I thought I was wearing a lighter pink shirt with the blue.
You were double
tail,
pastel.
and then with a purple tie, it looked like I was selling ice cream. I thought,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a guy shows up with the little, "Hey kids, have a nice
That's
frosty cone."
nostalgic.
Any
We
kids in the
always are
crowd,
excited about that.
don't buy ice cream
Yeah,
from this
I
guy.
I wouldn't trust anything with AJ.
How's your
So-
first year been? Because it's your anniversary as of a couple days ago with Innerspace, your 1 year anniversary.
Pretty insane, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know if everyone knows, but I was a floor director on Innerspace for maybe a year and a half before I even came onto the couch.
How was that job?
I loved it. I got to
No,
tell
you
these two-
didn't?
Yeah, I got to tell these two what to do, so that was fun. And then I got on the couch, and well, I still get to tell them what to do sometimes. So
This
it's
is my
good.
impression of Morgan anytime that we were about to close a segment where Teddy was talking.
No. There were our director
talk a lot.
downstairs would be like, use bigger arm movements. So it just got to a point where I was doing a lot of this, and our studio is glass. We're like encrusted in this glass fishbowl, so
Like a
people
fishbowl.
would walk by wondering like, what is wrong with that girl? But being on Innerspace as a co-host is the best thing ever. I'm not even kidding you.
stop
I'm
it.
not. I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Are you crying?
No, I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
I want AJ to cry.
No, but I would love to see that too.
He
I'd pay
doesn't have
money.
emotions. He
I would
can't.
pay $10
I
for
haven't
that.
cried since I was 2.
But all I have to say is my goal for the next year, now that I've had a full year, is to prove AJ wrong that the paranormal does exist.
Oh! I've been trying for 5 years. You can't
Okay.
do
You
it.
Just
set
putting
some
that out
pretty
there.
lofty goals for yourself, Morgan.
Okay, I'm gonna make them happen. Okay, I'm gonna make them happen.
Well, it's interesting. Morgan was our floor director, but then she's a big fan of genre and sci-fi and has worked in theater and TV. And so we needed somebody to front a couple field pieces for us. So Morgan ended up doing them, and she was amazing at it. And then a couple times we kind of had her on the couch for little bits. And then we were starting to look for a guest co-host, and we all kind of said, well, what about Morgan? Our previous co-host, Cynthia, went on to do The Social on CTV. And so we were kind of thinking about people and looking for people. And then it's one of those things where the answer was right in front of us the whole time. So she came on April 22nd of last year was your first time permanently on the couch,
It
right?
was, and I also baked a lot of goodies. I gave a lot of
did.
brownies
Baked
and
goodies?
cookies. I was like, remember me? No, I'm just kidding.
Is
I
that
didn't
the
do
trick?
I can't. Yeah, of course
Is that the
it
trick?
is. Yes.
Is it weird though because you were on the crew, so you know how much they smack talk us behind our backs, and now you're on. So is that weird knowing all the smack that they're
You
talking
know
about?
what?
us?
They honestly really do smack talk. It's a lot of AJ. Oh, can't you just be happy about this and this? I'm not kidding you. And this is this? Am I saying?
Look, if we're
I'm
talking
saying
about
way too much
Prometheus, it's
stuff.
just not going to happen.
I know.
It's a wonderful film.
And then Teddy was a lot of
don't-
here he goes again. Oh, will he let anyone else talk? I've never actually told them this.
So you did it on stage in front of a crowd of
Yeah,
people.
I
Nice.
decided we're intimate. I decided to overshare. But now with me being on there, I hear that I like to get a last word in or
The best thing
I talk
is
too much.
we're constantly up against the clock because we have our little discussion packs. And so the way our show works is that the little intros, like when we introduce a segment, are scripted on the teleprompter
Yeah.
and nothing else is. So that's one of the things that we really like about our show is that we're different than other magazine shows and we're geeks, so we get to geek out about stuff.
Yeah.
That is all totally unscripted and unrehearsed, and it's our real opinions. And we don't need to act to disagree with each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely not.
But I tend to talk a little bit much, as you may know if you watch the show. And so I'm always going over the time, so the studio director is gesticulating
Yeah,
wildly.
they're like, let's keep to time. Let's keep to time.
And now that Morgan's the host, she's the worst offender of
I'm
the
the
three of us.
worst, and I was
Always over
I
time.
was a floor director, so I had to keep the times. Like, I know how important they are downstairs, and our assistant director, Erica, she's very lovely, but she has a very stern voice, and she used to
Oh,
scare
she
me as a
gets
floor
mad.
director. I was like, okay, she's yelling, go. And now, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I go way
over.
over time.
And my thing is always steering us back on track. So I believe we had some business to tell the audience about
Right.
new shows that are coming to space. Some shameless promotion.
Oh, you do that right now?
Yeah, why don't
Oh,
we-
is that a thing you're doing?
Claire, I
Yeah.
just heard Claire go, yep, let's get to it.
Yeah, we didn't really-
Claire's right there. She was like, yep.
Yeah, how about a big hand for our crew? We've got Claire, our production manager. Amy Pagnotta, one of our producers. Stand up and wave!
Yeah, stand
Because
up.
I'm a geek. I think it's cool when you can see the behind-the-scenes folks. Stand up, Claire.
Get
That's our
up.
production manager. Our supervising producer, Jenny Kauk, is over there. Jennifer Kauk.
Yay.
She's the boss, so can you guys cheer like really loudly?
Like,
Oh,
they
yay!
really love us.
Pay raise.
If you're on,
And who else do we have? We have Patrick Pigeon. Pat Pigeon. Where's Pat at? Where's my Pat at? He's somewhere. Oh, there he left already. Oh, hey, Pat.
Chilling
Pat
like a villain.
Pigeon. And is that? And we've also
Well,
got
we
any
got
of our
Scooter
marketing
right there,
Oh, there's
social
Scooter
media.
and Sandra. Yeah.
And Sandra.
Scooter in the hat runs all our social media.
Yeah.
And Sandra is our head of marketing and brand partnerships. So she brings in the dough, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And sets up all of this. So
And where's my brother? My brother's.
oh, Mickey's here. Yeah, where's
Oh my
Mickey?
gosh, someone needs to.
Oh,
There he is.
he outed himself.
AJ and his brother, like my brother and I, are so different. What
Yeah.
do you want to say a few words about Mickey while he's there?
Let's see. We have been
You're different
kinda
guys.
geeky rivals since childhood.
Yeah, but he's
I
like
think it was
athletic.
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
He's gone on to be a bodybuilder. He's a bartender. He's one of those type of guys. But I
He's good
remember-
socially. You guys are very
Socially.
different.
One
He's
of
good
those really
socially.
good-
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
guy.
exactly.
Yeah?
Yeah, very good with the ladies.
Very different than you.
Yeah. But I remember playing NHL 93 with my brother back on the SNES, and forever he would just beat me game after game after game. And then one day I finally beat him, and his reaction was to punch me right in the face.
Well done, Mick.
Thanks,
As
Mick.
good brothers do.
You do what I've always wanted to. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you, buddy. So I hope you don't mind. We didn't come up here with our plan. The first part was to be idiots, so I think we've done that.
Does that work? Yeah.
Yeah, well, stop it.
Well, we got to talk about Orphan Black.
Yeah.
We got a bit of business, but but then we'd love to answer your questions. If you have any questions, you can ask us anything. Personal life questions are encouraged.
Yep.
Anything you want to ask would be really cool. So yeah, if you toss up your hand in a bit, but we want to do
sure.
the business.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So watch Orphan Black Saturdays at
Ooh,
9.
what do you think of
Yes.
Orphan Black? Do you watch it? Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
We won't talk about last night's episode because I feel a lot of people are still at the con. They maybe
we
PVR'd
won't
it.
go there. That's okay.
We won't go there.
But can you believe it when Sarah died? That was crazy.
know.
You are.
I'm just
cut
kidding. She doesn't
off.
die.
And the 7 new clones that walked out together from that elevator?
Yes. And they were like dwarves. It was 7 dwarves. It was so weird.
This is what I have to deal with every day.
Every day. Yeah, it's a great show. If you haven't seen it, it's excellent. Saturdays at 9 p.m. on Space, and it's
And
really
it's
good.
followed by another fantastic show called The Return.
Yeah.
Anyone watching The Return? It's a French show. It's subtitled, but it is truly fantastic. Our head of programming described its first episode as the strongest pilot she had ever seen. And
is
it's her
huge.
job to watch the first episode
Yeah.
of a great many television series. So that's
She was
Yeah.
drunk when she said that, but
Yeah.
She
Well,
was.
Yeah.
she's drunk every day.
I'm just
So
She
kidding.
was. But there are so many goodies going on with Space in terms of Orphan Black. If you go to space.ca, after every episode, we have a quiz to see how well you followed each episode, and it tests your knowledge.
what? And I got a quiz answer right.
You did.
And you-
I
I just guessed,
Can I
though.
be honest?
Yeah,
when I
be
did
honest.
the first one at the episode 1, I got 7 out of 10, and I was like, no! So I did it again and got 9 out of 10, and then I tweeted that.
I got
So everybody
4 out
thought
of 10.
So everyone thought I did really well.
I got 4 out of 10 when I
Did
did
you
it. Yeah, I
really?
only got 4
Oh,
out of
no
10.
way.
Yeah, crazy
I
times.
haven't done it yet.
You
Okay,
should.
well, you need to do that.
But yeah, The Return also, my favorite band, Mogwai, do the soundtrack, so they're
Yeah.
really cool. What else do we have here? Let's
Salem.
go through this.
Ooh,
All about the
Salem.
wind.
Salem.
Has
Oh,
anyone
yeah, yeah.
seen
You watched
Salem yet?
Yeah. With
It's-
Shane West from
It's-
Nikita.
I watched the first episode. I was sitting on my couch in the dark. Why? With my covers on me, and I was
Weird.
freaked out. Like, I don't watch it by yourself. It was so
It
good.
scare you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And
But
it's
Morgan
a cool...
gets freaked out about almost anything.
Okay. Okay, it's true. It's actually true. But no, it's really good, and I love Shane West from Nikita.
Oh, he's
Everything.
great,
He's good
yeah.
in it.
And also The Last Ship.
Hey.
The Last Ship, Michael Bay. Michael Bay fans, he's polarizing. Clap if you're a Michael Bay fan. Silence if you're not.
I like...
See, he's polarizing as a
I'm gonna
dude,
clap
right?
too.
Early
I'm gonna
Michael
clap
Bay.
too.
What's that?
Early Michael.
I
Bay.
like all Michael Bay, and I'm unapologetic for it. It's stupid, dumb fun. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer, what do you think? Their faces look like babies, but other than that...
Can't-
Oh,
I
you
can't-
hate it!
Teddy likes it.
I
can't
like it.
handle it. I don't know. It's weird.
Sorry, boo. I just got a very...
Sorry.
Their faces do like babies, but I feel like we're going to adjust after a little while.
don't know if we're
Megan Fox is April O'Neil? I
We'll
don't
see.
mind.
We'll see how that turns out.
Christina
but yeah.
Hendricks, if anyone. It should be
I
April
know.
O'Neil.
Oh,
I
she'd
don't
be
mind
awesome.
Megan Fox as April O'Neil. It's Michael Bay. What do you expect, you know? Yeah, anyway.
Didn't they have like a big falling out though?
You guys have turned against me.
Yeah.
I sense. So The Last Ship is coming this summer. It really does sound cool, though. It's based on it's produced by Michael Bay, but it's based on a novel from the late 80s by William Brinkley, all about the Cold War and about nuclear Armageddon. So it's been supplanted this time with like a pandemic Armageddon, and it's about this ship, and it's the last group of people who were kind of out there when the you-know-what hit the fan. So it actually looks really cool. I like apocalyptic tales.
Yeah.
Rona
Absolutely.
Mitra in that one as well, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then what else do we have? Oh, Sharknado 2!
Yeah. And you just interviewed Vivica A. Fox.
I did, yeah. She
Yeah.
was so cool. So she's going to be in that. The first one obviously did incredibly well everywhere it aired,
Did-
including
did-
on Space.
Did anyone else live tweet it like I did? And when Sharknado, oh my gosh, I was
So
killing
ridiculous.
myself.
So ridiculous.
My mom was watching it with me. She gets really intense when it comes to Sharknado.
Does your mom
She's
like
like,
Sharknado?
more killing. We need more killing. Stop the chatter. I was like, Mom, you're sick.
That's your mom?
yeah,
Really?
that's my mom. Yeah, she loves those
Your mom's
movies.
like Dexter or
I don't-
something.
I don't know.
Morgan comes from a family of 5 siblings.
Yes, I do. I mean,
Guess
and I'm
where
the-
she. Oh, by the way, and guess where she is in the chronology.
Okay, good. I was just gonna say.
Baby. Oldest
Wait,
is
wait.
correct.
Can I hear? Okay, so why do people think I'm the baby? Tell me.
They're not gonna. They don't want
They're not going to tell me. Okay, that's fine. But when I was a floor director, I was like the oldest, and yeah, on the show, I feel like I'm like the kid sister.
I feel like the more you get to know you, though, you could see it that you're the oldest
That
because you're
yeah.
very controlling.
I have control issues. I really do, and I didn't realize I did until I got on the couch.
Yeah.
Do we want to plug what's coming up on Innerspace in the near future as well? Of
Go
course,
for it,
You
brah.
can watch yourselves tomorrow on the show. We're going to turn a story around like that. Our
Yep.
producers are going to be put to work
'Cause
right
they're amazing.
away.
Yeah.
As well as on Tuesday, and then again on Friday. Apparently, we're going to have a one-on-one with George Takei on the show
Oh!
this week.
Amazing.
He's got a new movie out. It's premiering at Hot Docs.
It
and of
sounds
course,
cool to be Takei, right?
To be Takei.
Yeah.
New sharp quattro.
Yeah, do your whole voice. Do it.
He-
My Takei is nowhere near as good as Garrett Wong's.
Just
if you were
do
to
Just
it.
do
rephrase.
it. You're good with voices.
Hi, I'm George Takei. I don't know.
that worked.
Middling at best.
Yeah.
Any other impressions? You do
No,
kind of
it's
a
okay.
You do a crappy Ray Romano.
Crappy Ray Romano.
No, it's good. I like this one.
Go.
No. No. Deborah.
You just ruined the panel.
I like it. No, I like it.
Anything else? Any other impressions?
No, let's move to a different
Okay,
subject.
okay.
Let's not torture them any longer. But of course, you can expect
Yeah,
specials.
do me.
Do Teddy?
Yeah, do me.
Well, it would just basically be this sort of thing where you just go on, and you're, okay, so I'll tell you about all the specials and what we're going to have coming up on Innerspace. And basically, oh, there's other people here. Oh my gosh. Totally forgot about you guys. Sorry about that.
It's funny you say that because 5 minutes ago I started to do that, and then I thought, oh, there are other people.
But yes, we have specials coming up. I'm not sure who of us or which
We're
of
going
us
to-
will be heading down to San Diego
Yeah.
Comic-Con, but it will be some amount of us, and we will produce a few specials on San Diego Comic-Con. Also, I'll be headed to E3 in June. We're going to have 2 teams there, so it will probably be our best E3 special yet. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah.
You set the bar low and then over-deliver.
Exactly, right.
yeah, don't set the bar
so
too
it
high.
won't be very good.
Yeah?
It'll be great.
Why did you wear heels?
All right, so little
was
side
mean.
note, Teddy gets really mad when I wear heels.
Not mad.
You
but
do.
like,
When we
yeah,
take
yeah.
pictures, he's like, "Are you gonna wear the heels?"
You gotta wear the
again?"
heels. You don't have flats?
I had sort of flats, but they broke yesterday.
They
I'm
broke?
not gonna lie. So I
Flats
did,
can't break?
The bottom flipped over.
did?
They're
Okay.
from Valley Village.
Remember when we used to shoot the show behind the table? A
Oh,
long time
yeah,
ago on
yeah.
Innerspace, we had a table
Oh,
in front of us.
yeah.
And just to make the height differential not so startling,
It's
on
a tough
TV,
shot to frame. if
I
it's
would have
just
to
us
stand
only.
kind of like that. for
And I
most
would
of the
stand
show.
on a box.
You had an apple box?
Like a half apple, as they call it in the business. I would
Sorry,
stand on
I'm
it.
not laughing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cute.
Because it's an easier shot to frame.
Exactly.
Yeah. We shoot our show, by the way, and whenever we have tours come through, we're beside eTalk, which is like a huge. Beautiful
their
studio.
is about the size of this stage. I would
Bigger.
say.
Oh, it's
It's
bigger,
not
yeah.
even bigger.
Yeah.
And I call it the Fortress of Solitude because it's got all these like things coming up, and it totally looks like something out of Superman. And it's huge. You can put cameras anywhere. And whenever we have tours come through, I always say that we shoot in eTalk's wardrobe closet because it's like this big. It's a little engulfed thing, and it's glass. And whenever people come by, they're like, "Oh, that's where you shoot the show." Yeah.
We somehow get 7 people in there.
It's
8 people
wild.
in there.
Yeah, yeah. Our camera guys, floor director.
So what else do you want to talk about? Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah.
Any questions? Ask us
Get to
stuff,
questions,
please.
please.
Right there,
Oh,
front row.
yeah.
Hey.
Corey, what's up? How's it going, man?
Shout
Everybody
it
know
out.
Corey?
Corey.
Corey? Yep.
What is wrong with you? Give me your microphone.
Yes.
Ethical hacking. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What is someone's mind?
Be like a brain hacker? Oh, so the question was, we did a
that's a
segment
great
on ethical
question.
hacking, so Corey's question was if you could be like a brain hacker and get inside somebody's brain to get spoilers or something, whose brain would we go into and what would we get, basically? Oh, I'd do it in a second.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about, would you do it?
I wouldn't want spoilers, but I would hack the minds of creators just so I would know whether they're really confident in what they've created. You know, because then you know whether it's going to be a good show or not going into it.
Okay.
It would save you the
Yeah.
time of, watching the first episode or.
If in their mind they're like,
Watching
I
the
can't
trailer.
believe I produced this piece of garbage.
I absolutely would. I'm a freak about spoilers. And I don't know why. Like, I was that kid at Christmas. I'd always look in her parents' closet beforehand.
Me too.
And then I'd be disappointed. Or, when you're reading a book and the main character, you're like, I wonder if they still live. And you go to the back page and you read it. Oh, yeah, just to
Wait
make
a
sure.
second.
Or just make sure the dog survived. Can't
I
handle
know
that.
so many Orphan Black Season 2 spoilers.
And how many times have I
anytime
been
sit
pulling
down,
it out of you?
No, you're always like, don't tell me, I don't want to know.
Okay, KK. Before you started, before the season even started, I was like, tell me now. And I was like pulling him and pulling his hair and pinching him. But now that it's actually started, I want to be on the same journey as the audience because I like live tweeting and I want to be as excited as everyone else is. So that's why for that. But movies, I want to know spoilers for everything.
I can't go see a film without having read about it first because I'm such a neurotic person that if I'm like sitting there and I don't know what I'm about to see, I get on my phone and I read, not necessarily spoilers, but like synopses. I can't sit there and just be, it's because I'm so obsessive.
Blindsided by it,
My best movie-going experience ever was the film Old Boy, not the new Spike Lee one, the original. Any fans of Old Boy in the crowd?
Yeah.
I was literally walking down the street. Someone came up to my roommate and I and said, hey, I got these free passes for this movie. I can't make it. Do you guys want them? We didn't know what it was. We said, sure. It said Quentin Tarantino Presents. We sat down in the theater. Movie started. It was amazing. Floored me. It was the first time I ever experienced jaw-dropping. I thought that was just a saying. I literally had that moment of, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your jaw actually dropped.
Yeah.
You know what? I kind of have the experience with Trick or Treat. Like have anyone ever seen Trick or Treat?
Best Halloween movie ever.
Of all time. I was just in the video store. I still love going to a good video store.
Yeah, they're rare.
Yeah,
What's a video store?
Shut up. And I just picked this video up because I was like, oh, this is neat. And then I watched it, and then I couldn't shut up about it, and I told everyone about it. So there is something to be said about not being totally spoiled. But the big movies, I don't know what it is. Like right now, I want to know everything about X-Men Days of Future Past.
Well, I think actually, in answer to your question, I would go into the brain of Kevin Feige, the head of Marvel Studios, and I would learn what his plan was through to 2028 for the Marvel Universe.
Holy.
Yeah, and then I would just lord it over people that I knew. So that'd be me. So I'd use it for evil purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another
question,
question? Don't be shy. We'll answer
Yeah.
anything. Oh, there's lots of questions.
Yeah.
Wait, do you want to go Graham, or do you want to go...
Ladies first.
Yeah,
Ladies first, then we'll
okay.
go back to Graham.
Graham, I remembered your name.
Oh, did anybody watch AJ on Crunch on YTV back in the day?
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you.
He had giant hair. Oh, there's water.
Yeah. It was a thing that I decided to do because I thought it might capture the attention of a youth audience for a split second longer. And when they were first seeing me on TV, if they're flipping channels, they might think, oh, he's got really weird hair. Why is his hair like that? And then they'll watch a little bit longer and then pay attention to what I'm saying and then maybe like me for what I had to say. But, on Space, it's an adult audience who are a little bit more critical and aware, and they won't need, silly hair to keep watching, hopefully. So I don't think I'll go back to the crunch hair.
I think next Friday you should
Maybe
pull
like
out
a
the crunch
cosplay
hair.
one day.
Would you like to see the hair like that? Yeah?
I think one day next week he needs to do it.
I need to bleach it. Actually, weirdly enough, I had a dream last night that I was bleaching my hair, which I have not done in
I
years.
had a dream you were
Strange
bleaching
dream?
your hair too.
This is so weird.
Was there a dog?
Yeah.
Did the dog talk?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said rough.
That was my dream. That was such an AJ explanation as to why I thought you were going to be like, because I thought it looked cool, but you're like, well, very logical. Well, I figured the children would
Also,
identify with a wacky haircut, so I got it.
There's way more to the story. But,
Go.
Well, I'd seen Weird Al interviewed on YTV many years before, and I was like, oh, Weird Al, I would ask him so many questions about his process, writing rhymes, all these things.
Yeah.
But all the kids in the crowd who the host went to for questions were like, why is your hair like that? Every single question was about the hair, so it stuck
you
in my
thought-
brain that like kids really react to weird hair.
Yeah, man.
So when I actually worked at Laser Quest in Ottawa, I did the spiky hair back then, and I put glow-in-the-dark spray paint in my hair so that kids would see me in the distance, and they would...
Again, logic.
Yep.
Yeah. What were you like as a kid? Mickey, what was AJ like as a kid? Was he a man of logic? He was? He was a buzzkill. Like your dad, yeah. Oh, you are very much like your dad. Yeah.
In certain ways, yeah, for sure.
Any more questions? Oh, hello, sir. David Tennant, how are you?
Then we'll go back to Graham.
We have to go back to Graham.
Allons-y. Oh, sorry, Graham. Sorry, buddy. I'm the worst.
This is a question for all of you. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
you get home and the very first thing you see in your house is a doll. What is the first thing that you grab?
A Dalek?
Oh, wow.
I have in my living room on a bookshelf, I have a sonic screwdriver, so I would just grab the sonic
Oh.
screwdriver.
Of course.
It's not yours, Mr. Tennant. It's the Matt Smith one with the green. Can I tell a quick funny story about? No, you guys go with that. I'll tell you a funny story
No,
about that
tell your
sonic
story.
screwdriver.
Tell your story.
Okay.
I know what he likes to hear.
I was going to Wales to the set of Doctor Who to interview Matt Smith and Karen Gillan. I know, don't hate me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I was really, really excited. And in my excitement, I thought, oh, I want to bring up a prop, because prop humor, right? We don't have much to say. Bring a prop. And I was going to interview them on the set, so I was really excited. And I thought, oh, I'm going to bring my sonic screwdriver. That'll be cool, and I'll pull it out during the interview, and maybe it'll go great, or maybe it'll tank the interview. So I'll do it at the end, which is the trick, by the way. You do the crazy stuff at the end. And so I was chatting with him. Or no, I wasn't there yet. So I was really excited to bring it, and I got excited. I packed my bag, and I did carry-on only, you know, so you don't have to check your bag and stuff. And I put my sonic screwdriver in my carry-on bag. And I thought, oh, great, perfect, right? But there are two types of toy sonic screwdrivers. There's one with a light, both have a light, but one opens up, and that one is a toy. There's no screwdriver element. The other sonic screwdriver, which I purchased, is an actual screwdriver. Like it's a multi-tool, you can do things with it, but if you pull off the top, it's a sharp screwdriver thing. Like this long, like kind of looks like a weapon. So I put it in my carry-on bag without thinking, and as it's going through the X-ray thing, before I have a chance to pull it out, I thought, oh crap, my sonic screwdriver's in the thingy. So sure enough, my bag comes through, and the person comes over, the security person,
tackled.
and they're like, come over here. So they pulled me over, and they opened the bag, and they pull it out, and they're like, what is this? And they were very serious.
Really?
They're not usually a fun bunch, the security. They don't have a great sense of humor, I find. I'm sure they're lovely people, but when they're on the job. And so I was like, funny story. I work for the Space Channel. I'm going to interview this guy who plays the Doctor on a show called Doctor Who. Stone face. They had no idea what I was talking about. Never heard of the show. And I'm bringing it, but it's a toy. It's a prop. And then she opened it. And there was this thing, and she's like, this looks like, what is this? I thought you said it was a toy. And I'm like, well, it's a sonic screwdriver. And she's like, so it's not a toy, it's a screwdriver. And I had to explain about the thing with the thing. And like, literally, I'm already nervous because I'm going to interview Matt Smith and Karen Gillan, and I get nervous about everything. And I'm going to the set, and I'm like, oh no, I've screwed this up. I'm going to be probed and searched probably in uncomfortable places. And then the trip's going to be canceled, and I will have screwed up everything, and I'll be fired, and we'll never get a set visit again, and they'll probably pull Doctor Who from space. And all these things are going through my mind because I'm an idiot.
You are neurotic.
So neurotic. And then, as she's like literally, I'm sure, about to bring me in the other room where you know what happens, the rubber glove, the whole 9 yards, I'm sure, I hear this guy from over there, from like over on the other side, one of her coworkers from the other security lane be like, oh, sonic screwdriver. And he comes over, and it turns out he's a Doctor Who fan.
Oh, amazing.
And he's like, yeah. And he knew space. And so I was like, I'm going. And he's like, yeah. He's like, it's a toy, it's a thing. And she was pulled the thing. She's like, but it's a thing. And he's like, yeah, but it's a toy. And da-da-da-da. And she was like, okay. So she put it back, and I left safely.
Yay.
Oh.
Is that a
You
true
thought
story?
for the length of that story, the payoff was going to be better,
I
right?
don't know. That's good.
That's me.
Well,
So you grab a sonic screwdriver.
So I would grab a sonic screwdriver. Yeah. That was-
well, that's
yeah,
true.
exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, there's no
Long
way
story.
I'm even going to remotely top that. But when I first walk in, my fridge is to my left, and I have a big stir-fry wok. I would probably grab that, throw it, and then run up my stairs. I have stairs in my apartment. I lock myself in the bathroom and cry.
Would that hurt a Dalek? I wonder.
No, I'm thinking it would just be like, bing, and they wouldn't expect it. They probably would.
You'd be
but
dead.
in my mind, they wouldn't, and then I would run upstairs. I really would. If I don't have a sonic screwdriver, I'm messed.
Stairs.
Go for a walk. Yeah.
I would.
Go for a walk.
I would grab. I have a mirror right next to the door to the apartment, so I'd grab the mirror and try to deflect whatever was coming at me from the Dalek.
That's good. Okay.
Logic.
Man of logic.
Wow. Yeah, that's so true.
The modern Daleks could chase you up the stairs
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Maybe
they
not
can
back
fly.
in the day, but now they could.
Aw,
So you'd be exterminated.
Graham's got a question for us.
Graham. Actually, let's go to somebody else first. No, I'm just kidding, Graham.
Oh.
Oh, the yellow pillow. Do you know about the yellow pillow? It's a visual albatross. Yeah.
All I have to say is we switched up the yellow pillow one time with a sparkly one.
Somebody made it. Yeah.
And I've never seen our Twitter feed explode the way it did. They were like, what happened to the yellow pillow? When
I
are you
know.
bringing it back? So do you mean how do we personally feel about it?
Hate
We
it.
all know how
Hate
Teddy
it.
feels about it.
It's terrible. We have guests come on the show and are like, what the hell is this? It's a visual albatross. It distracts the gaze. And what happens is one of our bosses
The gaze?
decide the gaze.
Oh, the
like
gaze,
the,
the eye gaze.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't know what he said. I wasn't sure. I'm sorry.
I love you so much. It distracts people's view.
Visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Teddy doesn't get rattled very easily.
And so, like, right when it came on, I'm like, what? Is this a joke? Why do we have this thing here? But now it's kind of taken on a life of its own. I started making fun of it. We were going to bring it to the Calgary Expo, but I didn't have room in my bag. I was busy bringing weapons through security. So there wasn't room. But yeah, no, I think it's terrible. But at the same time, it's kind of a character on the show now. We have 3 of them that we, like, interchange when it gets dirty. But yeah, it's a terrible thing. Do you like the yellow pillow? It's fun now. I guess we can't get rid of it now.
It's our show's antagonist. It's the
It's
villain
the
of
villain.
Innerspace.
Oh, I never thought of that.
It's like
yeah.
the Draco
Innerspace is
Malfoy.
Dalek.
Yeah. No, I truly think it's awful, though.
I kind of like the pillow.
You like the pillow?
I do. I kind of feel bad for it. Teddy punches it all the time.
It's so yellow.
No, and like sometimes they'll show it on credits, but a lot of the times that's just him like getting out his anger and he like talks to it and then he does this whole spiel by himself and we all just stare at him.
We have a complicated relationship.
Yeah, I know. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like the tender loving one for
You
it.
like the yellow pillow, yeah. Anybody else? Oh, hello, sir. Hey, man, what's up? Oh, about the newest season of Game of Thrones.
We don't want to spoil.
I'm an
I see
episode
people with
behind.
Hands going to their ears. So
I'm 1 episode behind so far.
far, so good. Enjoying it very much.
Can't spoil.
Yeah, it's great.
What do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's been a little slower than usual,
Yeah,
I'd say.
the first episode of the season premiere is was a smidge disappointed.
like
I
that's
thought we
their
were going to
thing.
get like something like BAM, but I feel like it was just sort of
we did
setting
in the
up.
second episode.
We did in the
Second episode was great.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm an episode behind. I feel like kind of that's Game of Thrones thing, though, is they like ease you into the water, they reintroduce everybody, and then episodes 2 and 3, big revelations. And then the other thing that they're doing, which seems to kind of be a new standard for long-form storytelling on TV, especially cable, is not have the big crazy revelation in the second last episode.
Yeah.
That seems to be more of a thing. Can I talk about episode 1? If people haven't seen it, can we talk about what happens in season 1? Is that okay? When what happens at the end of season 1 happens, if you know what I mean, if you watch the show,
Yeah.
just the fact that big revelation happened in the second last episode, and I think you talked about it around the office, and you used the term, we're TV trained to think that that will happen in the season finale. But that's when I really went from being like, I like Game of Thrones, to being an Uber fan, was because that big revelation happened, and I was like, holy crap, we've got another episode to go. So I think to me that's a telltale sign of why it's such a great show, is that they don't need to save those big revelations until the last episode because they've got so much in the pipeline, content-wise.
And it just feels like no one is safe on that show, truly.
Oh, truly,
Whereas
yeah.
there's those other series when Joss Whedon is your creator, you're like, oh, we got 10 minutes left, so we'll try and get to a couple more.
But I also feel like it's not gratuitous, the killing. Like, they don't just kill for the sake of
No,
killing,
it always advances the story and makes room for new characters.
Yeah. Red Wedding, if you haven't seen it.
All right, let's
Okay, let's get through some more questions. Sorry, I talk a lot.
Hey.
Hi.
Yes.
Yes.
Always. Always. What's that?
Oh yeah.
The Cat Video Festival, not jealous at all.
Maybe not AJ. A lot of people in where we, like our producers and things like that, a lot of them wanted to come on that shoot because that was so much fun. But no, not so much AJ. He's not
I was
a cat
jealous that
lover.
Siraj got to go to the axe throwing league because I was like
Our PA,
emailing-
Siraj.
Awesome.
I was emailing those guys at the axe throwing league. There's this axe throwing league in Toronto where you go and throw axes. Very, very simple. Sounds awesome. Wanted to go. And they wouldn't return my emails. I couldn't find the
know.
contact for them. And then someone else was like, oh, yeah, we brought Siraj to the axe throwing league. And I went, I must have been somewhere. I was on a trip. So
Do you get jealous of each other's trips? Do you? Because sometimes, like, I didn't go to Comic-Con for the first 3 years I worked there, and I was like, oh, you're going to Comic-Con again. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Have fun, you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like the movie I'm looking forward to for this entire year is X-Men: Days of Future Past, and Mr. AJ Fry.
Oh, are you getting to do
He's
that
going.
one? I thought I was going to get to cover that one.
No.
When is
So-
that? You didn't tell us that.
It's like not next week, but the week after that.
Jenny.
Yeah. What?
And yeah, you were looking. Yeah.
This is like the movie. But AJ's really good in junkets. He is.
Well, and I've
You
also
are.
interviewed
And so are you, Teddy.
a
Sorry.
lot of
Oh,
them before.
No. You are too. You are too.
Well, I've got rapport with Peter Dinklage. We hosted
Yeah.
his panel here last year at Calgary Expo.
Yeah, I was there too.
Patrick
Yeah.
Stewart, we've been on stage with
Me
a number
too.
of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, the answer is no. We don't get jealous
Oh.
of all that.
All right. A few more questions. There's one right there.
The question was,
good
how do
question.
we? It's Clifton, right?
That's such a good question.
Hi, Maria. The question was, how do we control our fandom when we get to interview the genre
Yeah.
celebrities that we all as fans love?
It's kind of weird. I'll start. I'm actually pretty okay with actors and most writers, creators. I got a little bit nervous when I was interviewing Zack Snyder because I was such a huge Watchmen fan at 300. And I was
Sure,
like,
yeah.
kind of lost my place. But if I ever see a musician or like someone in a band that I really admire,
Trent Reznor from Nine Inch
Yeah, I
Nails.
could. I
Oh,
probably
yeah.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Interview Trent
Oh.
Reznor or
Tom Morello.
Tom Morello. I saw in the lobby at Comic-Con. It was just one of those like, hey, cool, nice to meet you. That sort of thing. I don't know how I maintain composure when it's the actors and creators. I guess it's because it's something that we also kind of do. We're hosts on stage. You know, we engage an audience. So there's a bit of what we do that's similar in a weird kind of way.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
the complete opposite because all this is still very new to me. So I usually have to call my mom before I do some sort of interview. I'm not kidding. And I'm like, okay, Mom, tell me I can do it. Just tell me I can do it. And yesterday when I was at the panel with Tom Felton, Draco Malfoy, it was good. But a few times I was like, I love you. Like, and I would ask, like, I was composing myself, but just a couple of his answers, I just couldn't help but squeal a little.
I use vodka. I'm drunk in every interview. Just kidding, kids. I'm just kidding. I do the same thing. I get my family and my girlfriend to talk me off the nervous ledge because I get very nervous.
Yeah.
And so I find it very difficult to turn off the inner fanboy, and I get super. We're very fortunate. We're super lucky to have the gigs that we do.
Yeah.
But even now, 5 years on, I get super nervous and I get super fanboy, and then But at the same time, we try to channel that, and that's.
Right.
I hope what makes our show is a bit different is that we are fanboys and fangirls and. Thank you, man. Well, and
Thanks.
hopefully that reads because we are fans. So I kind of like a bunch of that to come through, but then it's about getting the nerves down as well.
Yeah.
But it's an ongoing battle. And
Yeah. That's a great
Tell me if
question.
you figure out how to do it because I
Yeah.
have no idea. Yeah. Another one. Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Nick. What's up? How's it going? It's a Nick, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I thought I got it wrong. Oh God.
Oh, good
Favorite
question.
person to interview.
Okay, hold on.
My very first assignment for Space, don't hate me even more, but I got to go interview George Lucas at Skywalker Ranch. I know. I'm
Like-
sorry. And so that was like going up the mountain to meet Moses on day one of your job. So it wasn't very scary at all. I was super cool. Super cool and chill and collected. So that stands out for me, and as a first assignment, that was amazing. But I'm also a big fan of music, so I got to interview Gene Simmons, who I love because of what he does with Kiss, not really the reality show stuff quite as much. And so that was a really great moment for me. Christian Bale, I got to interview, who I'm a big fan of as an actor. He's
Yeah,
great.
holy.
And it was for Terminator Salvation after his whole, when he got mad at the guy, and it was all online and everything. And so that was interesting, too, interviewing a celebrity in that moment right after they had kind of a negative thing happen publicly, but somebody who I really respected as an actor, and he was actually super cool and awesome. And the list goes on and on. It's a great gig, and we've been really, really, really lucky. Hugh Jackman was a really great interview.
Yeah.
Authors are often really good interviews because actors they're always nice, and I'm really fortunate that I've never really had a bad experience. But how they are as an interview varies because a lot of actors don't become actors in order to do interviews and be like us, like Dog and Pony Show, dancing and telling people about stuff. They do it because they're inward looking. So I find actors as interviews are kind of hit and miss, even if they're super nice. But authors are often very good because they live and breathe their materials. So sci-fi author Robert J. Sawyer is easily one of my favorite people to interview because he's so smart and so thoughtful. And yeah, the list goes on and on.
Okay, you have to go.
Actually, the guys from Being Human. They're
Oh
pretty
yeah,
great.
they're great.
Yeah, they're here at the con.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're super friendly. I've been to the set a number of times, and they're always friendly. And Sam Witwer is such a Star Wars geek. Our producer Nigel, like I do a long interview with Sam Witwer where we geek out about Star Wars, and then we're like all picking up our gear and heading back to the truck. And Nigel and Sam Witwer, the whole 10-minute walk off set, are just geeking out hardcore about various Star Wars games that I've never even played and different Star Wars ships. So they're a great example. Otherwise, I geeked out with Vin Diesel over World of Warcraft. I had a 4-minute interview that actually turned into a 10-minute interview because he started asking me about what I played in World of Warcraft.
That's awesome.
So there were some highlights there.
I'd have to say the one I was really nervous about, and then when he came into studio, was one of the nicest men I've ever met. Was Guillermo del Toro.
Oh yeah.
He was
He's great.
everyone was buzzing in the office. It was such a big deal, and when he came in, that man was swearing so much, and he was so funny though, and he's just like you just want to have a coffee with him or a drink with him, and he was just like your favorite uncle. Like he was really awesome.
Basically got a PhD in monsters. He's
Yeah,
like,
pretty
he
much.
thinks about monsters.
That was a pretty big deal for me.
That's cool.
We got the 3-minute warning. After this, we're going to be heading over to the booth to do photos.
Oh, yeah, come
so
by the
on
booth.
over and say hello there. But we got time for like maybe 2 more questions if we're real quick.
Booth
I've been taking them all.
2112, like the Rush
Let's
album.
go here. Yeah.
How did you feel about Veronica Mars when it came out?
Oh, that's such a good question. I'm a huge Marshmallow. I love Veronica Mars. Okay, so I feel like you need to know what Veronica Mars and have watched the seasons to have appreciated the movie. But that being said, I mean, every single line that was said in there, it was some sort of tribute to all the seasons before. So I absolutely loved it. I went to theaters to see it. I really liked it. The only thing was that I felt like they were getting a whole season in that movie. And there was a lot going on, so I would absolutely love to see more videos that would be out on VOD, or let's face it, I just want Veronica Mars to come back. I just want more. Yeah, I loved the film, but you just can't get enough out of like a 2-hour film. So I loved it. Did you guys like it? It wasn't it at the end? Oh, absolutely. And do we have any Logan and Veronica fans here? Logan, come on! It's like the best couple ever. Okay, I'm the only one who watches those videos on YouTube, like best moments of Logan and Veronica with the cheesy music.
You're a marshmallow.
I am.
Boop, boop. Anybody else get a few more in quick?
Good question.
Real quick.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah. Hey,
Oh,
hey, hello.
hey.
How are you? We'll be quick. If we were an actor, what actor would we be in? What movie would we be in? Oh, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
As in like established actors, like who would we want to be?
Yeah. Are you a journalist? That's a really good question. That's good.
I would say just. Okay, hold on.
What about Emma
Okay.
Watson, Hermione? Because you look like Emma Watson.
I do not.
You do?
But thank you.
You do?
I like
I love-
so many other. No, I love you for saying that.
Okay.
I love me some Jennifer Lawrence. So I would really want to be Katniss Everdeen, to be quite honest. I
There
want
you
to
go.
get some bow and arrow. And
I got a really
shoot
good one,
things.
Teddy.
No,
You
I've got
mine?
nothing. So you go. I'm overwhelmed with options.
This is a curveball, but Mark Hamill.
Oh no, that's good. Are you kidding me? That's awesome.
Be Luke Skywalker in
Yeah.
Star Wars and go on to have an amazing career as a voice actor playing the Joker. I mean, 2 of my all-time favorite characters right there, one actor. So I would go Mark Hamill.
I would be because it'd be cool to be a lady.
I like that.
But also because it's on probably my top 3 sci-fi films of all time list. I love Aliens. I absolutely love it. But Alien, the first one, is on my top 3 of all time list because I love suspense horror. So I would be Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
I would be Ellen Ripley
Yeah.
in Alien in the first film, 1979.
Yeah. Oh,
And it changed the world of
so-
sci-fi,
it
right?
totally did.
Yeah.
Ah,
Good question.
good.
Let's go.
Great question.
Couple
Good
more. We got
question.
the wrap. A couple
We
more.
got the wrap.
No, but a couple more, really quick. Yeah. Movie we're most looking forward to, Lucy, I totally am. Luc Besson.
Yeah.
For me, though, it's Guardians of the Galaxy, because I think it's going to be a
Yeah.
different take on the Marvel Universe.
Definitely, I love that you said Lucy, because that's the first thing that popped into my head, because, oh my gosh, Captain America Winter Soldier, she kicked some serious butt in
Yeah.
that. Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, love her.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go with the final Hobbit film.
Oh, okay.
Which is now called something different, right?
Is it? Did they
The,
change the name?
5. Thank you.
Oh,
they're
Five Armies.
they're
Yeah, they
back
changed
again
the
and
name.
gone.
Yeah. Cool.
There you go.
A couple more really quickly. AJ's getting nervous because he knows we're getting the rest on track.
That's my job, guys. They're cutting our microphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick at home. What?
Lost.
She just did Lost.
You're currently watching Lost for the first
I
time.
didn't
Yeah.
talk to anyone last weekend or the weekend before that. And I'm just engrossed in Lost right now. I know I'm like 10 years too late, but that's my go-to.
What do you marathon?
Probably video games, to be honest. Probably Daisy. I picked up Elder Scrolls Online. I have yet to fully commit to it. I like rolled a character and played for 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
then, yeah.
I would do, recently did, well, about a month ago I did Broadchurch, which I loved. Recently did Black Mirror, an amazing British
Oh,
series.
Black Mirror.
Which is great. House of Cards, I'm a political nerd too, so I really like that. But next I would do American Horror Story because I feel like it's a black hole in
Oh,
my
yeah.
So
genre
good.
love. Like I've never watched American Horror Story, so I would go back and do all 3 seasons, I
Yeah,
think.
very nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to do a couple more, AJ?
Well, we got the wrap, so we should probably just invite everyone to
wrap
come
it up. Okay.
see us at our booth for photos. We got to
I like
clear the
you over
room.
there.
Thank you so much, Calgary Expo. You guys
Thanks
have
so
always
much,
been
guys.
fantastic. Thank you for coming to our panel.
Thanks for the question.
Watch Innerspace.
Veronica Mars, man.
Hopefully, we'll see you next year.
And guys, thanks so much for supporting Space and supporting our little show. We love you and we really appreciate it.
See you in the future.
Thank you.